Watching being television, the Bridging the Gap channel.
The topic we are discussing today is, are we doing enough to protect children from sexual abuse in the family? A very, very sensitive topic indeed. In fact, it's almost a taboo. People don't talk about it much. But here on the Pauline Long Show, I am going to talk about it with my panel because my producer, the veteran Theodora Ibekwe, has been very brave to bring out a movie that highlights on child sexual abuse. If you haven't heard about this movie that everybody's talking about, premiering on the 5th of July, Shameful, Deceit, then you have the chance today to know about the movie and meet some of the cast and the first assistant director.
I am arresting you on suspicion of murder.
Don't touch me. Please forgive me. This is the last time you're going to see me. Please, Grandma. Please, Vivian.
Get yourself off the ground and go and wash yourself off. You stink.
Vivian. Come with me, Bella. Go.
Now, I'm going to use the word amazing for the last time because I've got to use it while introducing Theodora, the amazing Theodora. How are you, Theodora?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome back to the show again. This is home. This is your seat. And before we carry on, I want to introduce your first AD, George Kelly. George, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Pauline.
Good to have you here for the first time, and I hope you'll enjoy the ride. And I said I was going to use the word for the final time, but let me use it again. Amazing and fantastic Gambian actress, and she's also from Sierra Leone, Fatima Jabe. Fatima, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much, Pauline.
Good to see you.
My pleasure being here.
We are discussing, obviously, a topic that's a taboo, but I know, Theodora, you're always very brave to do things that people don't want to do,
Yes.
Why did you decide to produce this movie, Shameful, Deceit, that's highlighting on child sexual abuse?
I decided to produce this movie because sexual abuse on children is something that happens every day in Africa, everywhere anyway. And people tend to hide them when it happens because they know it's more or less like a taboo. So the only way I could address this issue is to put it into a movie, which I've just done. And I believe that most families or any child who is sexually abused or has been in this situation before, after watching this film, they'll be glad they did.
George, now, what's your take on this movie, you as first assistant director?
I'm looking at the educational side of the movie.
Right.
It is subject to who is able to watch it.
Right.
It is very educational. In this movie, Shameful Deceit, you'll be amazed the sort of things that happen in our society on a day-to-day basis that have been revealed. You see, that have been so that some parents, I'm sorry to say, going by the words of veteran musician late Fela Nicola Kokuti, they're just animals in human skin.
I, for one, believe that we are really downplaying this issue, especially women. We are the ones that cover things in the home.
You mean the mother in the house?
The mother in the house. We tend to cover everything because we want to keep the home together. How would you keep your home together when you know the person you sleep behind at night is a monster? And your child, that is your own flesh and blood, is suffering, and you felt you have to protect a man?
Do you think there's a reason why the mothers are protecting this whole thing?
Because of this thing called home. I don't want to break my home.
Now, Well, just before the break, you wanted to say something, but Fatima, you were just rounding up on this whole issue.
Because for me, when I read Shameful Deceit script, one of the reasons why I felt so passionate about this topic is I just want somebody to come out and talk about the forbidden issues. There is no excuse. A man should know where the boundary is.
First director, George Kelly, you wanted to say something.
What I was actually going to say borders around how to curb this problem. It's a really endemic problem. It's not something that can be curbed so easily from one direction. As we can see, there are a lot of issues surrounding the whole of this question of child sexual abuse within the family. But regardless of that, one crucial thing that I know that the average African family is not very good at doing is sex education.
Right.
But we've got to learn how to be able to teach our children, how to be able to narrow that gap, draw them close to us, and be able to let them know about their bodies, about what can happen when XYZ takes place, and things like that, about how to relate with other members of the family, or especially of the opposite sex.
Right.
Sometimes of the same sex. But
George, hold on to that. Children. Hold on to that point, because there's another call online. Hi, welcome to the show.
What I can say, actually, I mean, we have a case whereby a grandfather actually impregnated his own grandchild left in his car.
No, that's very sad. That's very, very sad indeed.
When do you draw the line?
When do you draw the line? I mean, this is a very, very wide topic, and we've started the discussion. Fatima, obviously, you're going to be, talking more about this. I'll bring you back onto the show, but I have to say goodbye to George Kelly and Fatima Jabe. Thank you very much for coming to the show today, and I look forward to seeing you on the red carpet on the 5th of July, on the premiere of the movie Shameful, Deceit. We'll be right back after the break with a new panel. Thank you.
Pauline. Thank you.
On the first part of the show, we had actress Fatima Jabe and, of course, the first assistant director of the movie Shameful, Deceit, George Kelly, and the wonderful producer Theodora Ibekwe. But now I've been joined by two actresses, the two T's, Tina and Tia. Welcome to the show, and of course Theodora is still on the hot seat.
Thank you.
Tina, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, the topic today is: are we doing enough to protect children from, sexual, child abuse? Are we doing enough? And of course, you're in the movie Shameful, Deceit. Tell me about your experience in this movie and your thoughts on this discussion.
It was a very interesting experience. It's a very interesting movie because looking at the society we have, what is going on in the society now, this issue should be addressed.
It is time to address it. Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
How old?
She's 4.
She's 4. And are you concerned as a mother? Are you concerned?
Very concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Very concerned.
Is that why when obviously you auditioned for the movie and obviously you read the script,
yes,
is it something that you were interested in because you had a child?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because to be honest, it's long overdue, like I just said. We've left, especially the black community and ethnic minority has left this topic unaddressed for so long.
They're not touching it. They're not touching it. Tia, I see you're shaking your head. You're in this movie as well. I mean, what is your take? I mean, why do we shy away from this topic? Which is, it's very, very important that we must talk about it, but why do we shy away from it?
No, because we have a lot of complaints from back home.
Mm-hmm.
But the parents seem not to bother. They keep saying, oh no, your uncle can't do that,
mm-hmm,
your brother can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to address it. We need to face it,
mm-hmm,
because people don't believe it's serious. This is a serious...
So if the adults are not addressing it,
yes,
is it time to give the children some control?
Yes,
to...
but you keep talking to
mm-hmm,
the children, because I have a teenager as well. I do talk to them. I do talk to her,
mm-hmm,
even though she doesn't want to listen. But I make time. I make sure we're in the car together so that she can't just walk away. If you talk to them about this in the house, they tend to, oh no, mom, they go into their rooms. But
Right.
if you're in the car, you make the environment.
The two tiers must be, the two T's. I think they're very, very, very attractive, but somebody's already calling. Hi, welcome to the show.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's no guideline that covers families whose experiences socially back home in Africa.
Right.
Here, there's policies that is in place, and it's quite minimal here in the UK than Africa. And moreover, there's poverty, unemployment and all that actually pushes some of them to do this. I'm not supporting them.
Okay. I think there's more excuse to this thing than people coming forward to solve it. What do you think, Theo?
Well, in the movie, even though I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, I'm not going to say much about it, but all I'm going to say is every parent, man or woman, you have to be closer to God, be God-fearing, because if you are closer to God and you're God-fearing, I don't think you think about that.
Thank you very much, Tina and Tia and Theodora. On the 5th of July, Shameful, Deceit is premiering at Odeon, Greenwich. So make a date, guys. This is a very, very important issue, and we no doubt will be right back to talk about it. In the meantime, look after your family.